This quick flipped lesson is simply the answers to the worksheets we did. We did them in table groups on Monday, November 10th. On Monday, November 10th, we did these worksheets. We read Chapter 4, Section 2, and then did the worksheets in class. We did them as table groups, so you should have had time to collaborate. But here are the answers for those of you who would like to make sure you have the correct stuff. This is the first page. Number that describes how likely it is the event will occur is probability. Circle, let's see the answers. A tossed coin, one heads up. There's two choices, 1 and 2. 1 out of 2, 50%. Is the following true or false? If you toss a coin 20 times, you will always get 10 heads and 10 tails. No, it's just a probability. And similarly here on 4, if you toss the coin 5 times, it lands heads up each time. Does that mean it will land heads up the 6th time? And the answer is no. It's always a 50-50 chance of heads or tails because the other flips do not affect the next one. Oops. The second section here, again, going over the Mendel cross again. We've done many other things in class, but the textbook goes back and forth on this one. When he crossed 2 hybrid plants, he always got the results of 75% tall, 25% short, or 3 tall to every 1 short. Mendel realized he could use the principles of probability to predict the results. And then later, a gentleman named Reginald Punnett showed that the possible combinations could be easily displayed in a Punnett square. And once again, here's a very familiar Punnett square. They go into a little bit of detail here. It's a little confusing. This is more detail than we do in class. This right here is showing what this parent is. We know it must be big T, little t, and that this one must be big T, little t, because we're getting the recessive trait showing here. So then it's just saying you put 1 here and 1 here, 1 here and 1 here, and then you do the cross. And a few more questions here, and there was a flip lesson just doing this vocabulary, but this is the new words for this week. We have phenotype, genotype, homozygous, and heterozygous. Mendel used the term hybrid to describe the heterozygous pea plants. And codominant. Today in class we talked a little bit about codominance. We'll talk about it a little bit tomorrow as well. In codominance, the alleles are neither dominant nor recessive. They both show up. In cattle, red hair and white hair are codominant. Cattle with both white and red hair are heterozygous. And in addition, when you do a codominant trait, because they're neither dominant but they both show up, you use 2 capital letters. So for this trait, you would use a capital R and a capital W. And then that signifies that both traits are showing up. And the second side of the worksheet, if you look at the questions which are here, all of these questions are referring back to these Punnett squares. So you can take a look here. This is the actual information. Black fur and guinea pigs. I don't know if they actually told you this. This is actually from the textbook. This bit of information would have been important for them to let you know. The black fur is dominant, so we'll use a capital B. White fur is recessive, lowercase b. This is our typical Punnett square cross that we've done many times before. Hybrid black with hybrid black gives you this. And in Punnett square B, interestingly, they're just showing you the results. And so you can kind of work backwards. Since this one has little b, you know it has to be little b. This one also. And so if you fill it in like that and double check, that works out. In Punnett square A, again, our typical thing, we see 2 black parents, and the ratios you'll get are 75%, chance of being black guinea pig, 25% white. And then over here, in this one, we end up with a 50% chance of having a black offspring, 50% chance of having a white offspring. They also asked you which parent is homozygous and which is heterozygous, which is black and which is white. We know that this one is homozygous and white because of the double recessive. This one is heterozygous and black because it has to be that way for the Punnett square to work out. Coming to these questions, again, some of them we've answered up on the Punnett square on the previous page. Number 3, the probability of black or white, we got that. Number 4, is it possible that the cross between two black guinea pigs and Punnett square A would not produce a white guinea pig? And if you look back, that was this one, where there's a 25% chance. So could these two parents have a litter of guinea pigs with no white babies? And the answer is yes, because there's a 25% chance of a white baby, but it's not a certainty, it's not a guarantee. Number 5, the color of the parents, we did that already. Which guinea pig parents are homozygous and heterozygous? Again, we talked about all that already. And the probability of black and white. So those are all done already. And again, this is exactly the vocab that we did in the other flip lesson. Make sure you have those correct. Oops, and that's something we'll do tomorrow. So that is all that you need to know. That's all the correct answers to the worksheets for this material.